Hello, how's it going? We got the Sense of Slosser here. I'm Josh Slosser, obviously. This is my channel. And I just wanted to make a video today because it's something that I've been thinking about. And I'm just sitting here in a Target parking lot. Living is a choice. Living is a choice. And when I say that, I want to be clear that I'm not talking about the sense of obviously like taking your life. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about we all have a life. We're all here on this planet. We're all living. There's people doing so many different things on this planet, and it's all a choice. Everything you do is a choice. But what I'm talking about is even deeper than that, so to speak. There's so many people out there that just are making the choice to exist. That's all they're doing. They're just existing. They're not making the conscious effort to really get the most out of their life, right? When I say that, it's a lifestyle of just being stagnant, just assuming that because things are the way they are right now, that's the way they'll always be. And with that mentality, you're not going to do anything to try and progress yourself. You're not. You're just going to do things because it's out of necessity. It's a necessity to go to work. It's a necessity to make money so you have somewhere to live, so you can have food, so you can have your basic essentials. But you got to start thinking about it a little bit different than that, because there's a lot of people out there that are just not taking care of themselves. And I think that's kind of what I'm getting to when it comes to the making a choice to live topic I'm talking about here. We all have times like this where things aren't going exactly the way we want them to, so we kind of let ourselves slip, right? For me, it's, wow, I'm not really too happy with my current situation, so let me go to the store and let me buy all this junk food that I wouldn't normally eat, and let me just consume that, and just hopefully it'll help me numb the pain. And there's people who have worse vices, so to speak, than ice cream, such as drinking on a consistent basis. I believe it's okay in moderation, but on a consistent basis, drinking, smoking, putting yourself in a state of mind where you're basically just trying to avoid it. You're not trying to face the problem head on. In my opinion, that's not making a choice to live. That's making a choice to exist, and that's making a choice to be content in your circumstances. But I don't care if it's that, drinking and smoking. I don't care if it's that, or pornography, or consuming junk food that's bad for you. I don't care. You're still making a choice to not live. You're making a choice to just exist. That's all it is, simply put. So it could be with your diet, right? Which that leads to you becoming out of shape. You're not in shape, you're not fit, you're not going to the gym. And then that also plays a big part in your mental computing abilities, right? Because if you don't take care of your body, that's going to affect your brain. It will. There's a saying, if you put good in, you get good out. And that saying is there for a reason, because it's the truth. If you neglect your body, then you're going to see worse and worse results as far as productivity goes. So that's part of making a choice to live, right? And another thing about making a choice to live that we all deal with is we don't want to take the steps that it takes. We don't want to put in the work to get to certain positions because it's too hard. It's going to take too long. But one thing I will say is that you have to sit there and you have to carefully think about your steps and what you want to achieve. You have to think about it carefully, because there's far too many instances where people put in a lot of work over something they don't actually end up going through with. So that's why you have to be very careful in plotting out your course of life. Now, I'm not saying that by doing this, you're just making a choice to exist, because over time, your interests and your desires, they can and they will change, right? And I think you have to embrace that. You have to embrace that change, because if you don't embrace that change, that's going to become a regret. And you want to have as few regrets as possible. Because if you just sit there at the end of your life and think about all the things you could have done, nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. We're all going to have some regrets, but nobody wants that. So, yeah, that all just kind of contributes into making that choice to live, right? Things are not going to come to you instantly. Instant gratification it's really just, it's another reason why you shouldn't allow yourself to fall into these dark places when it comes to the alcohol, the smoking, the pornography, the junk food, or whatever other habit you may have, the gambling. It's all just instant gratification. You sit there and you eat some ice cream, it tastes good. Let's say you keep doing that, then it's like you're really going to notice that you're starting to gain weight, and that's very unhealthy. Because once you really set yourself up for that, it's, especially, as you go through life, it's so hard to break the habit, shake the habit. It's going to be a lot harder to break the habit than it was to start it. Same thing with drinking, smoking, pornography. I know all too well about pornography. I'm just going to say that. That's a very real thing, especially in today's day and age. It is so easy to sit there and look up porn and watch it. And then, yeah, you gotta think about the fact that you just did that. So they're so easy to fall into that trap. So you really have to make a conscious choice to not do that. You have to not justify it, because so often we just sit there and we justify it like this will just be a one-time thing and then I'll move on. But how often does it actually work like that? So that's why I'm saying you got to make a choice to not do these things. You got to make a choice to take care of your body, because you only get one. So you got to make a choice to live, to have healthy relationships with your family, to have friendships. If you have a girlfriend, you got to make good choices as far as that goes, and healthy choices in your relationship. And if you have issues in your life, you have to confront them head on. And now, by me making this video, it's not me saying I'm the person to turn to. Certainly not. And I never want to have somebody think of me as somebody who has it all together, or have somebody think of me as somebody who's morally correct all the time, because nobody is. Even if you're successful, very successful, which success is your definition, of course, but if you're like successful in the traditional sense, even you don't have it all together. You don't. Nobody does. So we shouldn't expect people to have it all together, nor should we think we have it all together, because you can't grow when you have that mindset and that mentality that you have it all together. So I just wanted to come on here for a little bit and just talk about this topic that I've been thinking about for a while, and it's something I want to practice myself. I want to make the choice to live. I want to make the choice to take the right supplements and eat the right foods and stay away from all the temptations that this world has to offer. It's your choice, and you can't do it alone. That's why people turn to the Bible. right? Because it's a great source of inspiration. You don't have to do it alone. Even if you have nobody, you have God. He's there. He's looking out for you. Not to make this a religious or a spiritual video, I just wanted to briefly touch on that. But it is a choice to live. And if you're seeing this video, hopefully it can help you to realize that and to think about that concept, right? You're here, you're living. What are you going to do about it? The only way out is to commit suicide. And nobody wants to see you do that. Nobody. So, not to end on such a dramatic note, but that's just something I wanted to talk to you guys about today. So if you enjoyed, please subscribe, like, share, all those fun things. And thank you for listening to me and being here today. I appreciate it. Have a great one.